In knowing your audience, here's one of the things that's really, really important. How do you sell an idea to get funding, whether you're selling an idea to the C-suite or you're selling an idea to try to get investors to invest in your company? Those are two different audiences in many cases. But one of the things that we try to talk about when we're talking in the marketing space, but it works anytime you're working within a company, is you have to talk in the language, right, of the audience that you're trying to move. There's a great example this morning. So I was talking with a friend of mine who's a savant in social media. And I don't use that word lightly. And I mean worked with multinational campaigns, used to work with Walk West, now works with some of the most significant influencers in the country, but this social media savant. And we wanted her to work on a project with us that we're launching. And so she gave me the price tag, right? And it was commensurate with someone that agrees that they're a social media savant, right? Kurt, would you agree with that? Right, okay. Now, I didn't disagree on whether or not she was right or not. What I described to her, and again, I'll tell stories, but I don't use a lot of names just for the, liability. I looked at her, I said, that makes a lot of sense from the perspective that you're looking at. I said, but let me give you a CEO perspective of the number that you just gave me. I could hire 2 people, do this myself, do this work in the 90 days as required with 2 people. And then I have 9 more months of these 2 people to work on anything else I want. So I'm not sure we're aligned yet on price. See, the difference was not that she was wrong, because she wasn't wrong. She created a value for what her services were worth in the project that we were doing. I gave her a compelling counterpoint of the ways that CEOs think in terms of choices, alternatives, or doing nothing at all. And if you have a brilliant idea that you're trying to sell upstream and you don't know the leadership choices, the alternatives, and the cost to that leader of doing nothing at all, then you're not going to be able to sell that leader to support what you're doing, independent of how good your idea is, right? Because sometimes you don't need a friend to tell you what you want to hear, right? You need a friend to get you ready for the battles ahead, right? And the battle for ideas is a harsh one.